Can we do some rapid fire questions from people? Do you have a few minutes? Okay. All right.
You do the questions. I'll try to do the rapid fire answers.
All right. Yeah. Can we do rapid fire answers then?
No, I'll do. Maybe I'll ask questions.
All right. So this is from Sharon Baker. She has a few questions. How much new versus vintage equipment is needed to play the repertoire in 2024?
Very good question. The others have vintage. Steve and especially Adrian. I just today put up a road diary with pictures of some of their gear. They're heavy vintage gear. I have my old bass from the 80s, but I have a new multi-unit to play effects through. So it depends on who you're asking. For me, I don't need vintage gear. I need the old instrument, but I don't need the pedals.
Will there be a lot of rehearsal since there are two new players?
There are a lot of rehearsals. More, one could say more than we need. Weeks of rehearsing, and for this kind of thing, we feel Adrian and I at least feel that's a really good thing. Yeah.
How has touring? Oh, I'm sorry.
We're quick. I forgot.
Yeah. How has touring changed since 2020 and since 1980?
Vastly. It depends on the level of the band. If it's a quartet playing clubs, it's a lot more difficult because of gas prices and hotel prices and transportation complexities. At the highest level playing arenas, it's similar. Hasn't changed that much. Quick answer, huh?
Yes, very good. She also asks, do you still travel with the espresso machine road case?
No, I do not. It's not necessary anymore. I started doing that in the early 80s when nobody in America knew what espresso was. And I had to bring my own. So now one can get, you might have noticed, you can get espresso everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much.
And every tour manager, by the way, has an espresso thing in the production office. So we're covered. Thank you.
Paul Raitano asks about the differences in playing this music with all Americans versus half Yanks and Brits. Any differences there?
I'm starting to think there is a big difference. I don't generally categorize things that way, but when occasionally goes into 4/4, once in a great while, there's a kind of grooviness to it that's different than it used to be.
Interesting. He says you're nearing 80. Do you need more warm-up time, for this music? How are you approaching the physicality of it?
I haven't thought about this tour, but Peter Gabriel's tour last year was very strenuous physically, and I got tired trying to do what I used to do. I got tired after the show, but that's okay. This one, I don't envision that I'm going to have to rest up or do anything special because it's a normal length concert, and I think I'm up to that.
Great. Ken Lane just says, pass on the love. So you've got a lot of fans who love you.
Thank you very much.
Richard Dahl asks, will there be a beat diary online with your excellent photos?
It started today. Perfect timing. Thank you for that question, because I just uploaded it this morning, started that. And it's going to be, let me interrupt and say it's going to be fascinating because this, not only the shows, but this is a bus tour. So 65 shows by bus. The behind the scenes is different than the same old travel every day. And I will feature that in my road diary, which really is my diary of what's going on.
Excellent. Hawk Ann Hakan asked, since the King Crimson 1981 to 84 music was a big leap from the earlier stuff, and indeed a big leap in music in general, did you take to the music immediately, or was it a process for you?
My memory is I jumped in and tried to make it as good as I could. But looking back, I was learning how to be more of a unique player to try to deserve to be on stage with Adrian Belew and Robert Fripp and Bill Bruford. And I think I learned that quickly, and the Chapman stick helped me a lot with that. But looking back at it is different than doing it at the time. At the time, I was just immersed in the music the way I am now, in the same music, immersed. But Adrian and I have been talking about how it seems like we did something in a small way historic, and we didn't know that. We were just trying to make good music.
Bill McPhee asks, yes. Bill McPhee asks, what can you tell us about the set list and the level of camaraderie in the band, and whether there will be a DVD or Blu-ray.
The camaraderie in the band is fantastic. These are really nice guys. We're already having a lot of laughs and a lot of good time. I'm not going to say anything about the set list, or I wouldn't say it if I even knew what the set list is going to be. We're trying to learn a whole lot of material, more than we'll need, and then we'll choose what we're going to do. And what was the third part of it?
Will it be filmed?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, and the final question is from a guy named Steve Vai, maybe? Steve Vai.
They?
He said, yeah, Vai, I think. He said, did you hear there's no air conditioner on the bus?
Well, that's it. I just quit the tour.
All right, well, people can buy your new album on September 13th. It'll be available everywhere online digitally, and there is vinyl, right? You're printing it, pressing it?
There's plans for a vinyl. No date yet on that. It won't be in September, that's for sure. Yeah, there'll also be the Blu-ray. I'm only learning what a Blu-ray has with kind of better audio versions. You probably know that. And the Dolby Atmos mixes and some bonus tracks.
Wow.
So there'll be that. Yeah.
Going all out.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. We had fun. We
Cool.
had fun preparing that, and Flatiron Recordings were very accommodating to me. I had a lot of things. Well, you want I want to put out this album, but I want a 16-page booklet with my photos, my portraits of my basses, and my poems about them and my stories about them, and they were accommodating in a wonderful way. So I'm very happy with the release. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, Tony, it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in a couple weeks.
Great.
Good luck with the album. Good luck with the tour. Stay healthy. All that stuff. I hope it's great.
Thank you.
All right.
You too.
Enjoy the rest of your day. See ya.